Good morning. Today is Friday, December 5th, and we are just in time for economic data for the week. We have PCE price index coming out. Let's see what we've got here. Still a little hesitation. We can take a look at the broader market, see how they're responding right now. Not kindly. So whatever kind of data came out was not good. That's the initial response. But we are pre-market, so that really doesn't matter just yet. So we'll see. Yeah, it's no data here. Whatever kind of data came out, it's not being posted yet, but it seems to be having a negative impact initially right now. So we'll see what happens in the markets here. So let's take a look at the broader markets here right now. So we are getting a little sell-off right now, pre-market. Nothing to be concerned about. So let's just take a look here at the ES, at our levels here. Starting out yesterday on the ES, I said was important. Yeah, we held the 68.51 and a quarter level. So we saw on the market open that we came down, and you could saw it was a very choppy day yesterday. So, but it did, it tried to lose the level, came back, and then later on in the afternoon, we regained this 68.51 and a quarter level. So we popped higher. So that was good that we regained that level. And then right now we're still holding above this 68, 63.75 level, which was, I believe, Tuesday's high. So I would say right now the longs are pretty good as long as you can hang on to this between 68.56 and 68.63.75 level. I like the longs there. If we do lose this 68.51 and a quarter level today, and then probably yesterday's lows that came in probably right around 68.35.94. I think we come back down and test the previous all-time highs at 68.12 and a quarter. But I think that there's pretty good strength in the market right now, but it's still very, it's chopping around here. I do like this next level though. If we do push higher and we can regain the 68.86 and a quarter, that we push into the 69.09 and a half, and then if we regain that, if we get above that 69.09 and a half, we push into all-time highs at 69.53.75. I do like the ES. I like the way it's been performing. As you can see, we are in this regressional trend line that I have here, and this is the midpoint up here. Basically, I think it's in the 7,000 area. Yeah, about a little over 7,048. So I think that that's in range before year end if nothing earth shattering comes out. You could see that we are, just stair stepping higher here. Right now, it's in a consolidation pattern for the last several days. But I do like this. If we can get above the 69.09 and a half, we push into all-time highs at 69.53. We have to maintain this level at 68.51 and a quarter. To keep pushing higher for today. If we do pull back, I like the pullbacks into 68.12 and a quarter. Let's get into the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's struggling still, I think. The NASDAQ, let's take a look holistically at the 4 hour. So it's still below the lower end of this regressional trend line. I've been talking about this all week. It's been struggling up at this level. I said I would not want to be long until we can regain this level. You could see all week long it's been popping up here, rejecting in pre-market. And I said yesterday at this. It was important yesterday that we held this 25,646.5 level. And you can see that, this is a 4-hour chart. We can break it down to 15-minute, be a little easier to look at. It was, just straight downhill right on the open from yesterday. Hey, good morning, Anthony. How are you, pal? And then, and I said that if we lose this level, I don't like the longs, that we would come down to this 25,563 level. And then if we lost that, we would come down past this 25,497.25 level. We can't come down, and we touched that level, pretty much in the afternoon, about 1:30, and then we regained, both these levels. And then in post market, we regained the 25,046.5 level, and you can see right now we're going to come back down and test that level again. So these levels are still intact. I feel the same way about the NASDAQ. I don't like the longs until we can regain this regressional trend line. We've tried several times and it's failed. So again, same as yesterday. Need to, in order to get the longs, got to hold this 25,646.5 to push higher. We lose this, we come back down to this first level again, 25,563. And then again, if we lose that, we come back down to this 25,497.25. And if we lose that level, then we come back down to the previous all-time highs set back in October 8th, 25,394. Upside though, if we do hold this level, and then we can get some push today and get a little up sexy, that would be great. And then if we can regain this lower end of the regressional trend line at 25,728.83, and then the next level to push through would be this 25,779.5. If we regain that level, I like a push back into November 5th high, back into 25,880. But we are getting some sell-off pre-market right now. Not a horrible thing. Hopefully we can get a little liquidity grab as the market pulls back. But it seems everything right now pre-market is selling off. Let's see if those numbers are actually posted yet. No, nothing posted. So we're just going to move on here. So let's just get back over here. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on the broader markets as the day turns. It is Friday, so you want to be careful with getting too over leveraged on your positions. So let's just look at this. But it has been a choppy trade though. So just whatever's happening in pre-market right now, by the time the market opens in another 40 minutes or so, 50 minutes, 60 minutes, who knows what time it is right now. Anything can happen here. So right now, still sellers in there. I don't see any buyers picking up right now. So it's picking up some steam right now. It could come back down at some levels. ES right now, this first level you got to hold here. That's 68, 63, 75. We're coming into it right now. We can watch it right now and see what it does at that level. See how it responds. See if that'll be a good support level first. If we lose that level, I like coming into this 68.56 level right here. This is like a fair value gap level I like here. If we do lose this level, I like this level of support right here. So let's see what happens here. Another couple minutes here. I mean, there is some volume that's picking up here. So I am not sure what those numbers were that came out. There's some news that came out on Tesla, though. I'm looking at that. Musk was fined 140 million by European Commission for breach of transparency obligation. So we'll see how that impacts things. Usually when there's negative information that comes out like this on Tesla, you think that the world is going to collapse on it, and it has a complete opposite effect on it. So Tesla is selling off right now pre-market. We'll look at that in a second here. Let's just see these broader markets, see if there's any kind of help that comes in at some point here. Straight sell-off happening right now. Okay, let's just get into Tesla. We'll go back to the broader markets before we tune out here. Okay, so Tesla here. We are looking at the 15-minute chart here. So yesterday on the close, Tesla created an open point of control. Those of you that tune in regularly, they know what the point of control is, the POC level. So it's basically a level that the market tends to trade at, and I have a script here that automatically plots it out for me. And when the market closes, if this level doesn't come back and hit it in post-market or pre-market, it stays open until it comes back and touch. I keep this level open until it comes back and touches it. Whether it comes back and touches it today, tomorrow, a week from now, months from now, a year from now, I leave this level on my charts. So I like this. I have this level here. So if Tesla does pull back today, I like this level for support for a long. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to get hit today, but it's a good level. I leave that open right now. So now, if we look at Tesla, what I had here originally, let's look at it a little further out. I had a 4-hour chart here, and this was, let's go back here. So this was a resistance level, and basically with the resistance level, a resistance level means that the market comes back up, it rejects it, it comes down, it breaks through it, and then it would normally turn into a support level, but then we lost it, so I turn it back into a red level because you see we lost it right here, so it becomes a resistance level until we can regain it with confidence. Right now we're looking at a 4-hour chart. And so right now today, if we can hold this level, I'm still keeping it as a red resistance level until it shows me that this is going to be a level of support. And then after today, if it shows me we can rally off this level, I will change this rectangle to green, which is then going to tell me that this is a support level, right? So right now, I'm still keeping it red for the day. So now that's a 4-hour chart. So it helps you look at things on a holistic level. So now I come down to a macro level so I can look at things for the intraday trading here. So now looking at it here for today, this point of control here, 449.31, if Tesla pulls back to this level, I'm getting interested for a long at this level, even though I have this as a resistance level. So I like this pullback that's happening right now pre-market for Tesla. So this is great. I would have liked it to happen while the market's open, so you could take advantage of that. However, I think overall with Tesla is, we are just in a stair-stepping bullish pattern with Tesla. And I'm going to show you something that I'm looking at for those of you that are pattern traders. Let's go all clean. Let's go on a weekly pattern. So this is a beautiful pattern here. And this pattern that I'm showing you right now, this is what you call a cup and handle pattern. So here is the cup right here, and here is the handle being formed. Okay. So now what happens on a cup and handle pattern here, you have right here, this is the break level, and that break level is 474.07. So if we break that 474.07 level, we are definitely going to take off. And I think 500 is a no-brainer, maybe even 530 in that price range right there. So if you look at what Tesla is doing right now, we are stair-stepping higher. This is a weekly pattern that we're doing right now. So we're making higher highs, higher lows. So right now, even though Tesla may be pulling back, if you go down here to the 15-minute, even though it's pulling back, my bias is I am looking for pullback longs. So I'm looking for my levels, and I'm looking for entry levels to go long on Tesla. And that's when I bring in my charts, and then I will look for these levels that I have plotted here to use my intraday trading here. So right now, one of my main levels here, like an aggressive, a real good pullback, and I have to be patient for it because this may not happen right away. It may happen later on in the day for Tesla to pull back to this level right here. So this right here, this 449.31, this is my key level for today if Tesla does pull back there. So now ideally, what I'd be looking for on the open, so my bias on the open is for Tesla to shoot up maybe to this 454.55, pause up here, reject, and then come on down and hit this 449.31. So there's a couple ways to play Tesla today. If Tesla keeps falling, this becomes a speed zone. So we could lose this level really quickly, and we could fill this even before the market opens. So there's a lot of time before the market opens. You have a good 45 minutes till the market opens. So anything can happen from there. So let's go and take a look at yesterday's 5-minute opening range trade. It was a bit choppy yesterday on that trade. We were in the trade room yesterday, and we were talking about it, that it was one of those days that you had to sit around all day until you really wanted to make a trade other than the opening range. Because once you got that initial breakout, it stayed within this range all day. So, but if you did take that breakout initially, the initial range on yesterday, you had 445.85 for the low, 450.88 for the high. If you were patient and you got that break, you got what did you get there? 450. You got about $4 out of that move. So that was pretty good. So if you're trading options, you probably could have gotten about $2 out of your premium on the options. But you really didn't get a good move. I actually was sitting by my computer later on in the afternoon, and this was the great move that you got, but you had to stick around till 2 o'clock. I mean, this move didn't happen until the last 10 minutes of the market, and I was actually sitting around, and I saw this big spike in volume, and I did take a few trades here. Even though I had this red zone here, I just saw this big spike in volume here, and I saw it broke the 5-minute opening range trade, and that told me my indicator to get in. And so you had a really nice move right at the end of the day. You literally got, from that 5-minute opening range break, 450, and you could have gotten that thing all the way up to, what was it, only 454, huh? So yeah, you could have gotten a $4 move in literally the last 5 minutes of the day. So that was a pretty significant move right there. So right now, we are pulling back into these levels. So again, my bias today for Tesla is 2 plays for today. A little push on the open, reject on yesterday's close. The yellow line is yesterday's close, and then pull back down to this 449 level, 431 level. If we lose this 439.31 level, we pull back down to this I like this 447.08 to between 446.01 and 447.08 level. These are another decent support level. This is a fair value gap level I have down here too. So as far as my strike prices I'm going to use today, because today is Friday and expiration date, I'm going to have these very tight. So for example, I've got on the strike prices, I'm going to have 455 calls. So I'm literally $3, less than $3 away on my strike price, about $2.50 on my strike price. And then on the puts, I have 455 puts. So the puts right now are in the money. So yesterday, this closed at 435 on the yesterday's call, or puts rather. So this is going to open up a little higher right now because we are lower than where it closed. So I anticipate this premium, this 435 put, 435 premium to open up probably higher, like closer to $5. And this call where it closed at 395, I anticipate this to close, open up probably in the low 3s, maybe in the high 2 range. I may, depending on where it's going to open up, I may even change this strike price to 450 when the market opens. And the reason being is because you have time decay. So when you have the 0 DT, which is 0 days till expiration, your time decay, meaning your premium is going to deteriorate really quickly on price movement. So the closer you are to the strike price, it's going to move. If you're in the money on your price, meaning that if I'm buying a call and I have a 450 call and the price is trading at 452, it's already in the money, meaning that it's already above my strike price. So that means because it's a 0 DT, it's going to move dollar for dollar. So if Tesla moves up $1, this premium price is going to move up $1 because it's a 0 DT. Now, and same thing on the put. If I have a 455 put, it's already in the money because it's lower than my strike price on the put. So it's going to move dollar for dollar, right? So I'm not going to have to worry about the theta, and theta represents time decay. So that's a little more advanced information for you. But anyways, please, I keep forgetting to say, subscribe to the channel, like this video, click the more button down below, and join our Discord community as I do live trading from 8:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time every day. And in there, we go over the 5-minute opening range trade along with other advanced trades. And in there, I identify my thought process. Yeah, okay, Anthony, look forward to it, pal. In the trading room, I go over my thought process when I'm about to take a trade. I talk about levels. I don't necessarily wait for the break of the 5-minute opening range trade. I say, okay, well, I'm looking for a target. Like, okay, so I may take a trade, before it's headed towards the break, and I explain why I'm going to take that trade. And then I talk about, before I take a trade, the first thing I look at is where's my stop going to be, not where's my take profit. So that's the most important thing when it's trading. You look at where your stop is going to be first, not your take profit, in order to preserve your capital. So anyways, again, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video as we try to build the trading community. Click the more button, join the Discord community, and hope to see you in the trading room. If not, I will see everybody on Monday. Have a safe trading day. Don't ruin your weekend doing anything foolish. And I will